right, here we go. What's up, everybody? 1 second, reading a text message. Crazy. All right. What's up? My name's AJ Writes Crypto. I'm already feeling the Christmas vibes. I'm ready for this vacation. Like I'm ready. I need. It's Wednesday, December 20th. I think maybe I said yesterday was Wednesday. Not sure. I don't know. Still on those Vegas vibes. But hey, everybody, I'm excited to get today's show going today. This is my final live stream of the week. Um, you know, I do want to stream while I'm on vacation, but I'm not going to pick certain days yet. Because I don't know what my schedule is going to be like out west. I also want to be very clear. The days if I decide to stream, I will put it up on YouTube, and it will not be at the 10:30 slot. I think moving into 2024, very likely moving to probably like 1:30, 1 o'clock. It really hit me when I was, in Vegas, when I had to wake up really early after the influencer party, that like, wow, like everyone on the West Coast, my show happens at 7:30 in the morning. And like my main demographic is America. All right. And I'm not doing myself any favors by, expecting anyone in California, a really big crypto state, to watch my show in 7:30 in the morning. So this will probably be the last 10:30 a.m. show for AJ Writes Crypto. I definitely want to move later in the day. I like, I think I'm also going to do more specific type streams really fast. I do kind of want to talk about my plans for next year, since this might be the last stream of the year. But basically, I want to do more specific style streams. I think like my normal live stream, that will probably be at like 1:30, 2 o'clock, maybe 1 o'clock even, after, maybe I'm thinking 1 o'clock sounds good. It's a good even time. That would be, 10 o'clock on the West Coast, so people could still catch me in the morning there. But yeah, 10:30, I'm not doing myself any favors. I'm missing a lot of a demographic here doing this time slot. And as much as I like getting up in the morning and doing the show right away, it does help me get my day going pretty strong. I'm not doing myself any favors. I'm cutting off a lot of people. And with that being said, I feel like, I want to do more specific streams, to be honest. Like, I think I'm going to do like a just trading stream, like a stream that's once or twice a week, maybe, where all I do on that show is trade. Even if I have to force a trade, like in Crypto Wars, I just want to do a trading stream, like in the vein of a Crypto Face stream. There's, like kind of music going on. He's not talking the whole time. There's a trade open. I do want to do that. I'm really looking forward to focusing on trading more. And I think a lot of people kind of get me wrong. Like the beginning intent of this show was like the morning research live stream, where I do the research that I'm supposed to do every day anyway, and you guys just witnessed it. And that was what the idea of this show was. But then, I kind of moved to, I did a lot of TA. I want to do TA today. I feel like I'm disconnected from doing TA. I haven't done TA in a while. I Rate My Portfolio definitely took a big segment of this show. And I love that. Like, I love that, I have good ideas that people like, that people want to participate in. Like, that's the point, right? But, this show definitely has moved away from its original inception of like the morning research live stream. But at the same time, it's just like, I don't want to be just like a news person. Like, there are so many people in crypto that talk about the news. And like, as much as I like talking about the news, that's not really like, I feel like I could get more. Listen, the point of this show is to entertain you. I want to wake up and do it and prepare and do a show that entertains the audience. I don't want to just like read the news. You know what I mean? And like, I don't know. I've seen so many streams and so many people do it so many ways that I kind of want to find like my own middle ground that gets me more excited. And I don't want to be doing, basically what anyone else is. I want to do what AJ does. And I don't want anyone else to be able to replicate what I do. So because of that, I definitely am going to pivot my time. I'm definitely going to pivot the style of content. And I'm also going to have more specific streams. There might be a stream that's gaming. There might be a stream that's, trading. There might be streams that are just for Rate My Portfolio. I feel like, there are ways I could do this that kind of kind of gets everyone excited. Leg Bite, hold on in the chat. What up to Leg Bite? I do want to get into this. I did a bunch of giveaways, and I did my giveaways. I went through them this morning, and the H bar sweater, my guy Leg Bite in the chat at Leg Bites. There you are, H bar. That's you. Congratulations, dude. You won that H bar sweater. Reach out to me on Twitter. I don't X. I want to call it X, but it's still Twitter in my mind. I'm sorry. But you won that H bar sweater. Congratulations. And then at Algo Kryptonian won the Algorand merch. There's like a hat and a shirt and a journal. He won the merch, and then there's 10 subscriptions to ASLIC. I'm just going to put those on Twitter. I'm not going to read them all off. But yeah, dude, congratulations to Leg Bite. It was actually funny. I saw the thing and I was like, wow, he was just in my chat yesterday. So, thanks for being a member of the community, man. I really appreciate you. But yeah, so basically, just kind of talking shop right now. And also it's just like, I feel like crypto is like, there's a million ways you could do this, right? And like, I kind of do like talking philosophy. I do like talking strategy. I do like talking about like my life and stuff. I feel like some people, kind of like will give people crap like, oh, he rambled for the first 15 minutes. Well, this is just a show like where I talk. And some days I'm going to talk about what's going on in my life. There's a lot of really crazy stuff happening in my life. And I do feel the need if like I go to a fight with VeChain and I do a 1 hour training session with Forrest Griffin, like I'm going to talk about that stuff. I'm not going to like just be a robot that does nothing but give you alpha. Like that's not what I'm doing here. You know what I mean? Like I am going to give you alpha. I am going to give you what's on my mind. But at the same time, like I enjoy talking about like my life and people, I want to be entertaining and I want to be myself. And I think like the reason I kind of started off the way I started off today is because like it's important to me to stay true to like what I do and who I am. And I'm definitely not going to be a person that bends and, changes my outlook, changes what I'm doing based off what the audience want or what the audience complains about. Like, that's not what I'm going to do. And I've never done that. And I don't know why I would start now. So, I think it's one of those things where, some people are going to like it. Some people, I kind of grew up like in the motocross racing, right? I grew up racing motocross. And, and there's a lot of trolls in crypto. There's so many trolls in crypto. There will be so many people that, will just try to dismantle your character, blah, blah, blah. Like you're a noob, you're a this, you're a that. Well, I grew up in racing, right? Where like, even if someone won like 2 championships back to back, the audience would talk about this one moto at Budds Creek or something where, they crashed in a corner and couldn't start their bike. Like you could win 2 titles back to back, but there will still be the troll out there making fun of the time you couldn't get your bike started when you fell over in a corner. So basically my point is that it's never good enough. It's never good. Like whatever you're doing, it's not good enough. And there will be people out there that try to dismantle that and try to like, and like that's fine. Like, even coming into my job with Ben, like when I first landed my job writing for Ben, I knew that, he's a controversial dude and that, there was going to be a lot of shit talk, a lot of trash talk. And I knew that. And, it does like, I'm not going to say like, I'm not going to say it doesn't bother me, but like, I'm definitely getting better at like, all right, man, like, okay. Like, you know what I mean? Cause like, as an influencer, especially as doing what I'm doing specifically, you really put yourself out there. You know what I mean? And I really try like to do it. I do it with my heart. I do it like with you guys in mind that like, I really do want to help everybody in the chat become a millionaire. I really want to do like, see you guys take the next step in your financial lives. And I want to see people kind of unlock the door and get out of that 9 to 5. And like, I know what it's like to work a 9 to 5. I know what it's like to get up every morning and absolutely hate what I'm doing and just be unhappy and like depressed, whatever you want to call it. And, and there was a point in time where, I made a decision. I said, you know what, I'm done with this. I'm doing crypto. People laughed at me, my friends, my family, they laughed at me, and it didn't matter to me because I knew that I had a singular focus that I was going to make it no matter what. And here we are, everybody, here we are. Like I'm not there yet, but it's a work in progress. My life's definitely a work in progress. Every day I'm doing whatever I can to get 1% better. And I guess definitely the point of this is that like, even if you make it to the very top, there's still going to be a million people trying to pull you down. And even if like you're right now working, getting up to work, going to work, the 9-to-5 job you hate. Like I want to be like the beacon of light. That's like, listen, man, like you can get out of this. Like you don't have to get up and be miserable every day. You know what I'm saying? Like I almost kind of want to be more of like a positive. I don't know how to word it. I don't want to be like a motivational speaker, but I guess kind of a motivational speaker. Like I want to get people going, and I'm good at that. And I feel like, you know, I mean, certainly I'm going to talk a lot about crypto. I'm going to do a lot of TA, but I just kind of wanted to take the first, 10 minutes of the show to tell you guys, where I'm at, where we're going, with the next year. I think AJ Writes Crypto could be a top channel in all of crypto, but I'm not trying to just be a top channel in crypto. I'm trying to kind of break through that too. Like there is a ceiling to how big you can get in crypto. And I think because of, my connections from my previous life and motocross and everything like that, I have kind of some certain things that I can do that no one else can do because they like don't have the connections that I have and didn't live the life that I lived before, my crypto life. So with that being said, I just kind of wanted to, give a shout out to the audience. I really wanted to thank you guys, for supporting me, having my back this whole time. And I also just wanted to say that, I have some irons in the fire right now. Like I said yesterday, there's some things going on that I can't talk about yet, but 2024 is going to be a big year for me. It's going to be a really big year for me. And and I just kind of wanted to touch base with you guys, let you know where I'm at. And so there we go. So there's my rant for the day. So anyone who just wants alpha, you can skip the first, 11 minutes of this show. So, all right, we got 225 people in the house. Really appreciate each and every one of you. Make sure you smash that like button if you haven't already. Shout out to the guys, everybody in the chat and the girls in the chat. We have Karen, we have Mass Sauce, Mountain Man, Davenport Report, that one guy, Marissa Lee. I know her. I heard she's a photographer. We have Leg Bite, Hawkeye, Procurement, Quizzer, Jeff Strahan, Randall Dice. I said Karen already, but I'll say Karen twice because she's amazing. We have Ben's Lambo, Big Daddy, Chet, JC. Shout out to everybody. Love you guys. Much love, much love. All right. So I think Marissa, I think she's allowed to be a moderator. I don't know if she'll ever, boot anyone out of the chat, but Marissa earned the wrench. There you go, Marissa. You're a moderator now. All right. Congratulations. So, I need a Corgi AI sweater. Okay. All right. So I'm going to, I do want to take a quick look at CoinGecko. I like getting a quick overview of the market. I am going to do a bunch of TA in this show. I've been looking at the charts, right? And there are a bunch of things that I really want you guys to zone in on I really think, shout out to the brothers at Altcoin Daily. Before I get into this, shout out to Aaron and Austin from Altcoin Daily. These guys are like, seriously, so first of all, a lot of people, and this is all relative. So a lot of people don't realize I've been in crypto since probably like 2017, 2018. And that's kind of when, I bought Bitcoin for the first time. I kind of, got involved for the first time, like talked to other people about it, asked a lot of questions, what's a VPN? Like kind of like the basics, you know what I mean? But and a lot of people think like I'm like this new person, like I just got into crypto. Well, yeah, I jumped in with both feet full time in the crypto in 2020, but I actually have been around the block since like late 2016, early 2017. So I definitely not like a noob. You know what I mean? Like a lot of people think I'm like this new person that just jumped in. Like absolutely not. And I do feel the need to say that. I had a really, really great conversation with Aaron and Austin from Altcoin Daily. And those guys, man, like when I first, really got into crypto YouTube, it was them. It was them 100%. Like I did find Ben and Ivan on Tech and Wendy and everyone, but the first people I listened to consistently was Altcoin Daily. And, they have been for sure, like, kind of like the North Star for me in crypto, mainly like, they were mainly like, what I saw as crypto content, like, okay, like that's possible. You know what I mean? And then like, surely there's been 100 other ways to do this, but at the same time, like those guys have always been really good, like motivational towards me. They've been really supportive and helpful to me and what I'm doing. And I could not be more grateful for the Altcoin Daily brothers. And like, they just have given me some advice that, like throughout time that I'm just like mind blown. Like there's this one quote I have written down. I have it written down a couple places. It's make great content and make it again later. This is the original one that I wrote down when he said it. I also have this written down and it's taped right outside my front door. So before I leave my house every morning, I see that quote that it was Aaron that told me, make great content and make it again later. And, 100%, like, I think sometimes a lot of people will make a video and say, okay, I'm done for the day. Or they'll make a tweet that gets to 500 likes and okay, I'm done for the day. That's not it. That, like, make great content and then keep going and refine your craft. And that kind of idea, like, much shout out to those guys. Like, they know what they're doing. They're probably the best to do it. Or at least in the top 3, in my opinion, in all of crypto channels. And they've just been really positive and helpful to me. And I felt the need to say that because of a conversation that we had. And, and I think like that there's a lot of people in this space that don't exactly know like what my voice is. And they don't know, like they know I like Algorand. They know I like HBAR. They know I know my charts and TA and everything, but they don't know, like what it is I'm actually trying to do. And I feel like that's a fair assessment. That is a fair assessment because, there's so much different content to do. This kind of ties back to the thing I started the show off with. There's so many things to do. There's so many things you could do in crypto that in 2024, especially with the book I'm writing, I'm definitely going to kind of zoom in on what it is I'm actually trying to focus on. And, overall, I was just trying to onboard, I think, like on like a very easy, what I'm trying to say is that I'm trying to onboard as many people as I can. I'm trying to, get a younger crowd into crypto, like the 18, the 19, the high school to college kids. Those are all the kids that like are super curious about crypto that just don't know how to get into it. Like they're standing right there. They don't know how to jump in. And, obviously I'm going to have older people in my demographic, but I think a lot of what I'm going to try to do is to try to get the kids involved and try to, educate them on a level, because I wish I knew about this when I was 18. I wish I had an opportunity to get into crypto like I am now back then. And I feel like that's a lot of, kind of my mission statement, my goal for 2024 is to open up to a new demographic, do content that's kind of more, more fun, and to try to get more people in. And, I definitely like Algorand. That's a fair assessment, but there's a million ways to skin a cat, I guess, you know what I'm saying? Sorry, just reading the chat, bunch of stuff going on in the chat. All right. Appreciate you guys. All right. Let's finally get into where's the other button? I don't like that one. I hate this one so much. I like this one. Okay, I did it, everybody. Congratulations. Going to get a fresh refresh here. All right, we got Bitcoin 44.1. Going to look at the TA on that. Going to do a lot of TA in a minute here. If you guys want to see a specific coin, let me know in the chat, and I will do TA on that chart for you, no problem. VeChain is definitely one. Let me get my pad out here. Yeah, VeChain for sure. Do TA on that. All right, so we got Cardano 60 cents. Solana $80. Holy shit, man. Solana $80. Yeah, I should use dark. How do I do that? Okay, dark. There we go. Sorry about that. Injective, sure. INJ. Chainlink, Doge is under 10 cents. Avalanche 43. That's a big one for me. I definitely am surprised Doge is not in the top 10. I'm going to have a conversation about meme coins on the Mario Nafal roundtable at 12 o'clock. And, they messaged me. They were like, hey, can you do the show after the one at 12? And I was like, no. Do you know how hard it is to say no to Mario? You know how hard it is to just say, no, I'm not doing that. But I have 4 videos to film today. Let me say that again. Let me say that one more time. I have to film 4 videos today. All right. I did this. I'm doing the roundtable, and then I'm filming 4 videos today. Ugh. I know. Sorry. I definitely a little flustered today. I got a lot on my mind, but I'm trying to sticking it out. All right. We got ICPs doing amazing. Talked about that yesterday. Injective. I'll definitely look at that chart, up 58% on the week. Damn. We got Near. That's definitely what I'm telling you guys. I bought a bunch of Near at $1.50. I wish I put my whole portfolio in Near, because it has, would I put my whole portfolio in it now? No. But do I wish, when I was buying Near at $1.50, I wish I abandoned everything else and just bought Near. And look at VeChain. Oh man, 3.6. Damn. I love to see it. Caspa still kind of falling off, still hasn't got back to where it was before. Not that surprised to see that. Render not doing that bad. Algorand top 50 and 20 cents. The graph 16.4, love to see that. I mean, listen, I am buying as much Algorand as I can at 20% level. I'm definitely going to pull an algo chart for you guys. Bitcoin, VeChain, INJ near algo. Okay, that's a good start. But yeah, it's really hard. J Chains, come say hi. Hey, I got something for you. Adam gave me this is to hang your belt on the wall.
Oh, dope.
Yeah, I got a bunch of them. And then is Ben here today?
He should be.
Okay, cool. Oh,
what's up, everybody?
Hey, yo, I'll give someone $50 if you jump in the pool. That was hilarious. Okay, just looking at the chat really fast. Didn't get nearly enough AVAX. I didn't get any AVAX, and I was holding a grudge. And then I went to a party and realized, all right, I like AVAX again. But it wasn't. I dropped this light. It wasn't J Chains breaking shit. Everybody.
Right, I'll break some stuff.
Okay. All right, going back to where I was. Boom. Also, we have 300 people in the house today. Really appreciate each and every one of you. Make sure you smash the like button if you haven't already. I'm a little all over the place today, and that's fair. I do have to film 4 videos and do a roundtable after this. I don't want to call it stressed out. I just want to play Red Dead Redemption. That's what I really want to do. But I have so much to do. I'm being sarcastic. But all right, we got Beam kicking ass. Sweet H bar. We have to look at the H bar chart. Let's just do the charts now. I'm sick of looking at CoinGecko. And I do understand that I know some people, like, to be honest, actually hate when I look at AMP. Sure, why not? Some people hate that I look at CoinGecko in the morning, and I'm just like, hey man, I want to know what the prices are too. This isn't just for you guys. This is for me too, okay? Like, come on. Give me a break here. Give me a break. All right, here we are. So let's look at the Bitcoin. I do want to start on the 2-day chart, because this is, the bearish divergence we were talking about. But the problem with this bearish divergence is that on the daily yesterday, I pointed out this to you guys yesterday, is that, here, let me make this bigger so you guys can see it. Let me check my other screen now. Okay, so here, let me clean I have like all my indicators on. I normally don't do that. Okay. I think that looks a little bit better. I'll leave Market Cipher A on. Okay, so yesterday we pointed out this green dot on Market Cipher B, right? And we also pointed out that, the 0 line on Market Cipher, this line right here, acts at like a 50 line on the RSI, right? The relative strength index. It's very similar. And the fact that it came down and bounced off the 0 line and continued up, and if you look right here, printed a green dot on the daily chart. That was your giveaway yesterday, that we're going long. We did talk about this on the show yesterday. Going to go to the 2-hour here, and this is also something else I want. Didn't mean to draw that. So I can't even see the chat right now. Sorry, guys. Okay. Good morning to the Glitter Queen. Shout out to the Glitter Queen. She's one of my favorite people. She's pretty cool. All right, so this is very important for what Bitcoin's doing right now. We kind of talked about, how Bitcoin's in this range, right? We talked about Bitcoin's ranging, and it's okay. Boring is good for Bitcoin. And I also, this level here, this is where we got rejected. This big yellow line around 44.5, a little bit more than 44.5, 44.544 is the exact level. Okay. And I want you guys, the line isn't exactly straight. 1 second. What I want you guys to do is I want you to go to this level, and I want you to set an alarm. I want you to set an alarm on this level, okay? Because if this level breaks, Bitcoin's going to go to the next part of the stratosphere, okay? And that next support resistance level is around $48,000. $48,000 is approximately 9% from right here, okay? So essentially, and it's also possible that Bitcoin would get rejected from this, and if it gets rejected again, then this is the next, that's likely. Okay, that is possible. But if we break through here, we break through this level, definitely looking for a move to 48. All right, so now let's kind of zoom out on the daily and kind of like look at this from another place, okay? Because a lot of people were calling for, Bitcoin to end up back down in here somewhere. I kind of am one of those people that's like, I don't believe it until it like happens, because there is a lot of people that do TA that like there's this magic part of it that no one else knows about, and then I think that they're just guessing. And then it turns out that they were. So I this is why I don't like to predict. I like to react. Okay. And this is why, all these levels, these support resistance levels are so important. And this is why that if you are daily swing, let me say this without the chart. If you're daily intraday trading, okay, you don't have to be glued to the chart. If you have like an idea, based off indicators, based off volume, what have you, on like the daily or the 2-day chart, that's one thing. But if you are leverage trading with a lot of money and a lot of leverage, a lot of X's, okay, you basically need to be glued to your chart. Like, I don't like to leverage trade and put my phone down. I can't do it. I don't know how people do that. This is why. If it's like a 3x trade, you can kind of treat that like a spot if you kind of think something's going to play out. But, a lot of the leverage trades that I do, and this is something I really want to get into on this channel that I haven't really fully tapped into, is just doing trades, because this whole show is going on. There's so much to talk about in crypto that I don't actually get to trade on my show, which is why next year I'm going to do a stream that's maybe once or twice a week that's just for trading and nothing else, the trading show. And I am going to love that. And you guys are going to love that, because you're really going to get to really be a fly on the wall and see what I'm really looking for. And to be fair, when it comes to, these longer day trades, like I said, if you want to be glued to your screen, if you're leverage trading. For ideas like this, it's kind of one of those things where say basically, right now, personally, I wouldn't be looking for a long on Bitcoin because it is so close to this breaking the previous high. But then at the same time, if you wanted to long Bitcoin and set a stop loss, 43,000 or something like that, and then think that it's going to break, if you're predicting that it's going to break out. But that's kind of more of a prediction based trade, and you really are only looking at a 9% move to the 48,000 level, which is the overhead resistance. So really what I want to look at right now, I want to take a look at the stock market, the total three, no, not the total three, the ES1 exclamation point. So this is the way I like to look at the stock market. This is the E-mini futures chart. Really, really amazing chart. And this chart is doing so well. Okay, so basically here's 2022 right here. We broke out. We turned it up. We broke out of this channel here, back in November. And we also broke the yearly high. And we are putting in, higher highs on the ES1 exclamation point. We haven't been, and look at where it is. This is actually very interesting. The last time this chart was all the way up here to start the ES1 exclamation point, which is the E-mini futures stock market. We're talking back December 21. Okay. December 21. Anyone else? What was going on December 21? I remember. So my point here is that this thing is ripping up, and we definitely want to keep a close eye on this. We do got a green dot that just printed on MarketCypher B. We're kind of headed up in the momentum oscillator. We're kind of cruising above that 50 EMA. Anytime your price is staying above the 50 EMA, it's bullish continuation. But keep a close eye on this chart, because we want to see this thing get above this previous high. I'll make this line a little bit bigger. So hold on one second. I'm going to make this line a little bit bigger so you guys can see it better. We want to get above this line, because that's the high from back in the end of 2021. We get above this, really, really looking good for the stock market. This is really bullish for the stock market. And remember, crypto is not directly associated to the stock market, but there is some correlation. Okay. Correlation is not causation, but if the stock market's going up and to the right, I would bet my bottom dollar Bitcoin's probably doing the same thing. So now let's take a look at the total 3 chart, which is all, this is all of the altcoins without Bitcoin and without Ethereum. Okay, so right now, all the altcoins without Bitcoin and without Ethereum is, $471 billion. And the reason, I don't know, I kind of feel like a lot of the reason I'm so hesitant to talk about that $20 XRP is because, right, XRP would have to be worth more than all the altcoins right now for that to happen. And I don't know, man, I'm kind of really skeptical to talk those crazy, insane bullish predictions. But anyway, the total 3 chart does look really good. And here's why. Is because, we came down from, in 2022, and look at where we are on this chart. Remember, this chart we're looking at is all of the altcoins. It does include stable coins. But this is all the altcoins minus Bitcoin, minus Ethereum. Okay. So to be fair, look at how this thing kind of spent time like in this valley. All right, we're in this valley here. Okay, and this level where we're above, we haven't been. We're kind of getting back into where we were before, like in 2022, the end of 2021, and kind of let's start looking at. The thing is that there's really. Let me not even look at the oscillators. So look at it in terms of like levels we've been before, right? So we kind of fell down this just downhill, right? And we kind of already broke above these levels here. So we're kind of those are out. So really the only previous support resistance that really matters here is here. Okay, let me make that a little bit smaller. And here. This level here. And that's like the wick and the candles, so to speak. So these two levels are super important for the altcoins because we are already above, this previous high. Okay. So unless we get rejected and come back down into the previous value area, that would be very unfortunate. But, we're talking the ETF narrative. A lot of people think the ETF could happen, this week. Some people think it's definitely going to happen before January 10th. I mean, the ETF is coming. The ETF is coming. Bitcoin is likely to explode. So, what we're saying here is that if this chart gets back to previous support resistance, we're looking at a 22% jump to the bottom of that previous wick. And then to the bottom of the candle, we're looking at a 34% pump. That would put all the altcoins in the 600 billion range. This is really good, a really, really good look for altcoins, everybody. So keep in mind that this is just looking at the altcoin market cap. And I mean, because there's not a lot of, I guess you could go this area too. There's technically a line right here too, but that's kind of less relevant than this one. This line up here, I would say the 585 billion and 635 billion. Those levels actually matter more to me, in my opinion. And keep a close eye on this chart. I'm telling you guys can get a lot out of learning how to trade total charts and everything. And if you want to look at the total chart, that's all of crypto, total market cap. So here's that one. Okay. As you can see, I spent a lot of time here. So right now, the entire total crypto market cap is 1.6 trillion, 1.6 trillion with a T. Pretty crazy. Okay. Pretty crazy. And look at where we are, everybody. Look at where we are. We talked about this previously on the show, but I wanted to come back to it for a reason. Because look, you see these little circles that I drew here before? These little fellas? Yeah. Look at where we got above. We're above, just like on the total 3, we got above those previous levels. Okay. So now where are we going to look? We're going to look, back on. Let me kind of get rid of some of these, some of the mess here. Bring your broomsticks because it's a mess. So, I mean, where are we going next? So we're kind of at the bottom of this. That's totally fair level. So, we're kind of already right here. We're actually a little bit below that previous wick. So where could we go next? So here's this level here that was rejected and it was above. It was the ceiling and the floor. And then there's this level here. Oh, didn't. Boom. Right there. Been fought over several times. Several times. And then, obviously the top of, this one here. And then there was kind of like a little head and shoulders that sort of played out there. And then the very, very top, which I don't need to draw because you can see that level. And now, so these are the kind of levels where you want to keep your eye on, like, is this thing going to, come in and fight in this range here? We're going to go back down to this value area? Or are we going to get back up into the stratosphere? Okay, so that is where, the X is really, and I want you guys to pay attention to the total 3 chart, to the total 2 chart, to the ES1 exclamation point. Because if you even kind of come in here on like a 2 hour, right? I mean, you can, didn't mean to do that. You can make really good trades based off of these ideas every single day. To be honest with you, when I'm trading altcoins, like on my BS trading, I am looking at these charts just as much as I am looking at the charts I'm actually trading. And a lot of people don't understand that. But the thing is that, they all kind of move together. Right? Like there's a lot of green days, everything's up at the same time, and then everything's down at the same time. And you can kind of use these charts to follow, crypto as a whole. And it's very interesting on the 2 hour chart is that look at what happened. We had this big, heavy green. And look at where we are. We're in the red. We're not even in the green right now. okay, like on the money flow on market cipher B. And that is very interesting to see. But at the same time, we kind of didn't really go below the 50 line and pop back up, and we are moving up in the VWAP, and we are staying above the EMA, and we kind of bullishly bounced off of the 200 EMA. So this thing is cruising on the 2-hour chart. So what I want you to look for is it getting above, this previous high, which is very close to doing. If it can get above this previous high at 1.61, set an alarm on that level. And if set an alarm on this level, and if this thing goes off and we get up, that's when you're looking for altcoin longs. I'm telling you guys. So now let's start looking into some of the other charts that we wanted to talk about here. I know a lot of people like VeChain. I really like VeChain. I've never been more bullish on VeChain than I am right now. And look at this. OMG, this thing has just gone off. I did buy a bunch of VeChain around 1819, right around here somewhere. Looking like I'm up 95% since then. Not bad. Not bad. What I really like about this recent pump is that I got above this previous high. So now this level here, this 3.2 level, this is going to act as support resistance. This is going to act as support resistance. And also, where it is now is kind of right at this previous high here. We are like fighting right at that level. So, VeChain continuing up from here is very important that it flips to support. And, and then from there, we're going to look at this level. We're going to look at 4.4. 4.4, very important level of where VeChain could head next. And now what I also really like about this setup is that, keep in mind, we're looking at a daily chart, everybody. We're looking at a daily chart. I'm not going to really focus on the visible range volume profile because I'm kind of zoomed in too far. But, look at the momentum wave. Look at this. Look at this. Look at that. And then coming into the money flow. Look at that. That is a rocket ship. When people try to tell me that, and Adam and Eve on the weekly. Oh, okay. Let me look at that. Yeah, there you go for sure. Look at that. Oh, I did that thing I do. All right, got to go to a new chart. 1 second. VeChain. Okay. So here we are. Now, wait, let me check the chat really fast. I can take a look at Link. That's fine. We do have 370 people in the house right now. We're doing a bunch of TA. If you are just jumping in here, make sure you smash that like button if you haven't already. Right now, we're looking at VeChain. After that, we're going to look at Injective Protocol. We're going to look at Near. We're going to look at Algorand, HBAR, AMP, and Chainlink. That is the list. If you are just tuning in, those are the coins we are going to look at for the last 20 minutes of the show here. I really appreciate each and every one of you. Make sure you smash that like button if you haven't already. Number one thing you can do to support this channel, and subscribe if you haven't already. That'd be cool too. All right. So, VeChain is looking healthy here, looking very healthy. Let's zoom into like the 2-hour. I mean, this thing is just straight up ripping right now. I love to see it. Got a pretty big bag of VeChain. Very happy about it. And, I mean, even from just December, look at this. Look at it. From December 1st till now, we're talking a 66% pump. This feels a lot like a bull run to me, guys. This feels a lot like a bull run to me. And, this project is going to do so well. Oh my God, this project's going to do so well. I actually do want to look at the weekly because that's what I was looking at before I kind of zoomed in too far and messed my chart up. I can get rid of I'm not worried about that right now. Okay, so it looks like it does look very messy on the weekly, but those levels are important. And I see what you're saying with the Adam and Eve, the scoop, and then yep. And then it's kind of it's either this or it's this. Okay, so that's the difference. All right, so there we go. Okay, so looking at the weekly here, I hate when I leave the brush up and I draw lines that don't make sense. So looking at the weekly here, I mean, look at where this thing could go. Okay, so this, what's confusing me is that the EMA, that's what was making it look too messy. So look how high this thing has gone up, and if you look at like the how high it went last time, on the volume on the oscillator. So we are getting up there. I wonder just a basic RSI, like relative strength index, on where we are in terms of being. Yeah, this thing is definitely over the 70 line, but things get overheated. That's normal. And like, I think a lot of people get scared away from looking at RSIs if something is overheated, because they won't trade long or whatever if something's overheated. But that doesn't mean it can't keep going. I mean, if you look back to like coins that have really pumped, like back in 2021, things would stay overheated for like months at a time. So it's not, but you got to know the difference, which is kind of hard to figure out sometimes. I'll give you that. So at the same time, from the next support resistance level from current price, looking at, 4 or 5, about a 25% pump till there. And then, obviously a bunch of other levels that are important. We're looking at 128% to 8 cents, from the, 2021 all-time high at 27 cents. We are still, 670% away from that all-time high. So, I mean, is it possible for VeChain to, put in another all-time high? Like, I think so. I think VeChain could go to 30 cents, no problem. If you want to look at, hold on really fast. So VeChain circulating supply, 72 billion, total supply 85.9 billion. I mean max supply, 86.7 billion. So this, thing's basically a good amount there. Not really that worried about the tokenomics situation. It's more there than it's not. I mean, I don't know the exact percentage on that, but that's pretty high. And then if we go to like one second. Look at the coin market cap screenshots really fast and figure out where it was before. We go to 21. Let's see how much the supply has grown. Oops. The 21 November. Sure. 21 VeChain. All right. It was right here. So 64.3 billion. 64.3, and now it's 72.7. So the supply really hasn't grown that much. So VeChain, when you consider the supply has not grown that much, and where it is now, this thing is definitely all-time highable. I think this is a coin that can certainly get past where it's been before. Definitely good to look at the tokenomics scenario on VeChain. I think it's a winner. I mean, it has pumped to 3.5. It would have been better to get in on this, a little bit sooner. But I'm fine with continuing to DCA VeChain. Definitely, I don't know if I would jump in a trade on it this second. I considering, how hard this thing has pumped, I am most likely going to at least see, if it breaks completely. I feel like it could kind of come back down to like maybe like the lower threes, like the 3.2. It does look like it's just pumping right now, and that's great. But I'm fine with, but listen, at the end of the day, I'm fine with buying VeChain even at the price it's at right now, because I'm not going to sell it till 30 cents. That's where I think VeChain is going, 30 cents. And I think VeChain is like, back when it was at 3 cents, I was, definitely a safe 10x. Going to 36 cents, is it going to 10x from here? Possibly, but that's why my target buy for VeChain was like 3 cents. And that kind of ties into the next coin I want to look at here. Near is, and like, I'm not saying, and this is another scenario where I'm saying, don't not buy Near. I mean, if you want to get in, that's fine. But like, I bought a lot of Near at $1.50. So it does kind of hurt to buy again now, especially, I bought it, way back here, so 100% from there. And if you guys remember this line we drew here on this show, live on this show, I said set an alarm on this level, and look at what happened. It broke through this level, previous support resistance. A lot of people say, oh, well, you support, like, why do you only talk about support resistance? You know what? You know why I talk about support resistance all the time? That's why. 120% trade, a free 120% trade given to you on a live stream by me. Okay. So it's not support and resistance. Very important, everybody. Very important. So if we kind of look at, previous levels for Near here, it is above, this previous high from back, early this year when Near had a quick run up, 125% in the first 40 days of the year. It actually lower load, which is kind of scary, and then popped up from there. I mean, what was top to bottom? What was this pump? 200% in the past 60 days. Absolutely amazing. Armel, not doing rate my portfolios today, but I will screenshot you and get you on the next live stream when I do one. But look at kind of where this setup puts Near in the next value area. I mean, like, we're kind of getting out of this stratosphere here, right? We'd like to see this flip to support. Now, what I would do, everybody, see this level here for Near, where it is, this $2.72 level. Set an alarm on that. Set an alarm on that, because if it loses this, if it loses this level and goes back here, I mean, that's scary for Near because of, it did lower low before. That's worth noting that it lower load. Okay. So now I'm not going to say it's going to go lower again or anything like that, but structurally it does look a little bit different than other coins because of that. And it's the bullish narrative here is that we get above this line, retest this line, and continue up into this value area here. All right. So that is kind of really what we're looking for Near. And, with that being said, it does kind of suck to buy it all the way up here, but I think that there's probably still money to be made on this coin. And you are looking at, 124% pump to the next support resistance, or in that $6.11 area. So, so definitely keep a close eye out for that. Going to keep the ball rolling here. Mackie Powers, did you get my super chat before you went live? No. I have no idea what it was. I don't see it. Just type it again. All right, definitely wanted to look at INJ. A lot of people want to see INJ. I do have a hard cut at 11:30 today, everybody. I have to prepare for the round table with Mario. And that's another reason why I want to move this show. This show is getting moved till probably 1:30. Yeah, it's probably going to get moved to like 1:30 in 2024 because, I don't really care about beating Hit Network and Lights every day. It doesn't matter to me. They can have the 10:30 slot. They can miss the West Coast. That's fine. But it hit me in Vegas. I'm missing the West Coast. The West Coast is not watching my show because, who wants to get up at 7:30 in the morning? I don't know. I feel like I'm missing out on a lot of people. I'm going to do the show at 1:30. That's what I'm going to do. Done deal. So, INJ looking really good here. Another coin that has put in higher highs, since, this level here is actually more important than that previous high because it touched this so many times. We're talking here. This level kind of is like on its own, you know what I mean? So basically, like, where we're going with INJ here. So let's kind of zoom out. And, so now we are in price discovery mode. Okay. So what you want to do is with INJ is you want to draw the level, the previous high. You set an alarm on this level here, which is at, 24. This thing's kind of in the stratosphere right now. This thing's completely in the stratosphere right now. And then if you kind of look at, this level right here is the only place where there's previous support resistance. That level is the only place where there's previous support resistance. So, that is a 40% drop to where it's at. So, to be honest, it's kind of scary. I'm not trying to buy INJ right now. I feel like, sometimes you miss the boat, and that's okay. And to be fair, this line right here was drawn on this show. This one right here. This line was drawn on this show. I remember the day. I remember talking about it. And look at only a 308% pump in 62 days, but I got you guys. No problem. I am looking around. I am looking out for you guys. I am trying here. I am trying. All right, now let's look at my favorite coin. We're going to look at Algorand. And Algorand, I'm telling you guys, there is a reason I'm so big on this coin. There is a reason I'm so big on this coin. This thing, not only I am going to look at Chainlink Kennen, I promise. This thing is going to absolutely rip, everybody. This thing is going to absolutely rip. Very similar to other, rounded bottoms pay the bills. There it is. Okay. This could, eventually form maybe a cup and handle kind of play here, something like that on the weekly. That's very possible. Could play out. Looking at the daily, you know, at least this oscillator went up a little bit higher than that one. So kind of continuing that upward momentum, not like pulling like a bearish div or anything like that. And, you know, this thing was up at like the 22-cent level. I wouldn't be surprised to see Algorand, you know, get back above that previous, because this is why I like Algorand so much, everyone. This is why I like Algorand so much. There's 400 people in here. Smash the like button. I'm going to talk about why I like Algorand. You know, welcome to AJ's show. So, you know, and a lot of coins, the injectives, the Solanas, the chain links, they already popped. They already popped so hard. You missed it. You missed it. Am I buying INJ now? No. Am I buying Solana now? Hell no. Should I have bought it back at 20, 30? Yeah, but shoulda, coulda, woulda. Welcome to the real world. But that's not the point. I am trying to zoom in on the coins that have not fully popped off yet. VeChain has popped, but not fully. Algorand, you know, has popped. I called this bottom right here, you know, back when, you know, the first day where Ben and I, where I made that video at Ben's house on the 5-day bullish divergence, and that played out 123% to the upside in 60 days. But look at where we are. Look at where we are. The next support resistance line is all the way up here at 28 cents. It's at 20 cents now. You know, we're looking at like a 36% pump just to that next level. Just in that next level, we get to the next value area, and also kind of consider these previous value areas as well. But, you know, this level, you know, right around there, it didn't play too much in the previous, but this was its own little box here too as well. You know, this kind of traded, it's like a part of the staircase. Okay. So from where we are now, based off support resistance, we already broke this level. So basically what we're going to want to see here is we're going to want to get we don't want to go further down than 18.4. And if we lose that, we really don't want to lose 16 cents. If we lose 16 cents, it's over. But I don't think that's going to happen. I think that we're going to, if it goes down, we're going to try to stay above 18.2, 18.4. If we get to the next support resistance, we're looking at a 38% pump. The next one's 126% pump just to 45 cents. Algorand spent a lot of time in the last bull run around 30 cents, which is, you know, right around here, 54%. And this support resistance level at 66 cents is a 67 cents is a 240% pump from here. And guess what? Algorand has gone all the way to $202.82 last bull run, 84 cents. This thing has so much potential, guys. So much potential. I understand people want to see, you know, want to have a big, yeah. If your bag is 40% of a coin that already pumped, I don't know what to tell you, man. I am trying to isolate into the coins that have not already pumped. AJ, how many algo to 1 million? That's a good video, and I'm going to make it before Ben does. I hope he's not listening to this live stream because he might make it right now. Algo, how many 2 million? Okay, I'm going to make that video. Good idea. Okay, now, but yeah, I mean, how could you not be bullish on Algorand right now? I don't understand it. I don't understand it. I do have, all right, I guess I'm going to talk about this now. In the beginning of the year, I am doing a bunch of really big Twitter spaces with Algorand. I'm going to interview John. I'm going to interview Stacy. I'm going to interview, you know, the top people in Algorand. It's going to be, you know, 3 weeks. You know, I did start a space called Algorand Unfiltered with some of the people from the Foundry, and I'm kind of organizing it a little bit better next year. So I have, like, you know, I want to do a lot of, you know, I am doing the roundtable with Mario, and that's awesome. That's amazing that I have that in. Might be doing more stuff with Mario Nawfal in the future. Just had a really productive phone call with Mario yesterday. And it is, you know, pretty cool to have that, to be in with Mario. But at the same time, I also want to be doing my own spaces as well. I kind of came up last year doing a lot of Twitter spaces, and, you know, I am going to be doing a lot of really big spaces with Algorand moving into 2024, probably starting in the beginning of the year. But like I said, got to interview Stacy, got to interview John, interview top people of the team. And then I kind of would like to keep, you know, kind of more of my own spaces going as well. Definitely, I like interviewing people that work, you know, high up the ladders in all our favorite projects. Maybe I could move into doing spaces with them with VeChain. I have connections with Chainlink, you know, Algorand, HBAR. There's one on my mind, but it's evading my mind at the moment. I said Chainlink already. So yeah, so I do have a bunch of plugs to do spaces early next year. Very excited to do that. So big shout out to the team there. And I'm William, shout out to William. I'm glad that you like the teaching aspect. I do like being a teacher. So hold on, Algorand will rocket. Price target for Algorand. Did you just ask that question? All right, let's talk about it again. So here are the levels. All right. And let me go to the daily. Okay. So these are previous support resistance levels. And a lot of times price always goes back to previous support resistance. So in the immediate future, we want it to stay above 18.3, and we're looking for a pop to 27.8, just under 28 cents. Algorand gets to 28 cents. Bounces off this and goes up. We are going to be so happy we bought back here, right? Buying Algorand at 20 cents is insane. The fact that the market's doing what it's doing right now and Algorand is still 20 cents, yeah, I don't know what I'm trying to tell you guys what to do. You don't listen to me. I'm trying, guys. I'm trying. I feel like I'm talking my dad into buying crypto right now. All right. So, all right, I'm going to keep the ball rolling here. I only got like 2 minutes left. I'm going to look at HBAR and I'm going to look at Chainlink. Daily chart for HBAR. And look at this thing. I'm telling you, remember how important it was for Algorand to pass 16 cents? That's how important it is for HBAR to pass 10 cents. I've said that 100 times and I'm still saying it and we're still 11% away. And here's why. Very similar to how, Algorand, it kind of stayed in the valley. It was in the valley. We're in the valley. Okay, we need to get out of the valley. And once you get out of the valley, you can get back to previous support resistance and stuff like that. Let me find a better chart. Okay. Because once this fall is over, once it gets above this, there's really not much on HBAR until we get all the way up here. 18 cents. All right. And once we get from there to there, we're looking like 110%, everybody. 110%. I'm telling you guys, Algorand and HBAR. If someone sent me a rate my portfolio that was just Algorand and just HBAR, you'd be the only person to get 100 because you're going to win. You're going to make so much money, you're not going to know what to do with it. All right. Weekly on Chainlink. And, and this is why I like Chainlink. In fact, I love Chainlink. I think it's an amazing project. I think it is very likely that Chainlink, gets above this 50 cent level. I think that this thing is going to put in big new all-time highs in a big way. And it is 250% away from, that previous level. But here's the thing, okay, is that first of all, look how long Chainlink traded in this range. From this range here, Chainlink lived and died in this range. Okay. But now look at where the price is now, everyone. Look at where the price is now. Okay, it has kind of got back into this new range where, this is the top and this yellow line is the bottom. So what we really need to see Chainlink pop back above to get, into new levels. It is a 18% above that. But the reason I'm bigger on HBAR and bigger on Algorand than I am on Chainlink now is because look, Chainlink got out of the valley. Here's the valley. Let's zoom in. Hold on. Let me take that back. Let me delete. Hold on. I'm going to do this again. We're going to click this. We're going to delete it. We're going to zoom in. Zoom in very big here. All right. This is the valley. Okay. The valley. Good look, everyone. Chainlink got out of the hole. Chainlink got out of the valley. It's out of the valley now. HBAR and Algorand are still in the valley. Okay. I don't know how else I could put it. I think that kind of sums up my morning, what you see on your screen. I do have to get off the show. There are 415 people watching the show, and I hate to say goodbye to you guys, but I do have to prepare for the roundtable space that starts at 12 o'clock. Hope to see you over there. My name's AJ Writes Crypto. This is likely the last live stream of this year. I'm traveling to Washington State to go spend Christmas with the West Coast family. Happy holidays to each and every one of you. I really, really love you guys. I really, really love doing this channel. I'm very, very passionate about doing everything I can to help you guys, as I want to see you all succeed. What kills me? What absolutely kills me? When I get those messages of people like, dude, like I watched your live stream last week and I made I won a $10,000 trade and I've never won $10,000 in a trade before. Or when that one guy had a $10 million portfolio and listened to my channel, sold Bitcoin for the Graph H bar and Algorand and made $1 million in 2 days. And now has an $11 million portfolio. Or the people that says, hey man, I finally got to move out of my dad's house or moved out of my mom's basement because of something you said. I'm doing it for them, for those people. That's who I'm doing this for. I don't care about the trolls. I don't care about the people that want me to defend what other people do. I don't care about any of that. I'm doing it for the streets. I'm doing it for my groggers. It's all about the groggers, everybody. I want you guys to get rich or get wrecked. That's what's going to happen. And if you listen to me, you're not going to get wrecked. I'm not going to lead you astray. I'm not going to tell you unreasonable things. I'm going to keep it real with you. And I'm going to tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. And I think the right type of trader will really appreciate that outlook. 2024 has been an amazing year for me. And 2023, has been an amazing year for me. And 2024 is going to be that much better. We are taking this channel to new levels. We're going to blow this thing out of the water. I promise you guys. I really appreciate each and every one of you. Make sure you smash that like button down below. My name's AJ Writes Crypto. Get rich or get wrecked. Later.